good. Okay. So do you have Israel Adesanya versus Alex
Adesanya.
Pereira. They say like Pereira on the UFC broadcast or like
It's not Pereira.
yeah. I always just said like Pereira, but
I don't know, it's Pereira.
Pereira, Pereira, whatever. They're fighting again, and dude, I actually thought that like their fight last year was one of the best fights of the year, just because every like they're so evenly matched, but every round was like an entirely different story, which I really liked. It's kind of interesting that way.
Yeah, it was each one was a different story. First one was like
Close, technical
close, but then
kickboxing.
Izzy like sealed it at the end by almost knocking him out.
Yeah.
Then second round was what happened second round? I guess you gotta rewatch. I want to rewatch this fight.
Yeah, so let's just rewatch it because I think that's just like the best way to start talking about it.
By the
So
way,
I
can you
am
hear
go.
this?
Hmm?
Can you hear that thing I'm playing?
No, I can't hear it at all.
Oh. Anyway, it's Pereira.
It's what?
Pereira. Pereira.
Pereira. Oh, okay. All right. Did you? So they did post their fight on YouTube. Do you want to pull it up?
Heck yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of interesting. Like in the first round, Izzy landed. He like, what was it? He like jabbed and then came over the top with a right hand, and he like hit Pereira right like on kind of the neck and jaw area.
Let's just fucking watch it. What are we
All
talking
right,
about?
all right, ready?
All right, we're at 35. Go to 35 seconds. Unless I want to watch the walkouts again.
It's not really the walkouts. Let's just start it at
This
0-0.
this video has the walkouts. Are you looking at the one
It's
from
got like
full Beach?
5 seconds of walkouts.
All right, fine. Anyway,
All
ready to
right,
play?
3, 2, 1, play. Presented, dude. By the way, did you hear that UFC's like, well, Endeavor is buying WWE?
Yeah, I don't know what that means about for anything. Like, what does that mean for the sport?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the impact of this change?
People are acting like it's like a huge deal, but I don't
I
see
know
how it.
people are acting. Like, I just don't know how it matters.
Yeah, I don't see
I'm
how it'd be a
wondering. I'm
big
honestly,
change other than maybe more athletes would be transferring back and forth.
cool.
The WWE is just like a juicing program for UFC athletes now.
I mean, yeah, if WWE ends up being like, or if like, because apparently Vince McMahon has a higher role than Dana in the organization now.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm just saying, like, which I don't care about. But if Vince McMahon is like making fights based off of like
dude,
WWE
I swear
storylines,
Vince
then I'm.
McMahon's insane. So it's kind of worrying.
I mean,
But
the
anyway,
UFC already has so much of that.
dude, okay, so just first thing right off the bat,
That's
they're
not good.
both kicking each other's legs, but Pereira's leg kicks are not only landing better than Izzy, or are not only affecting Izzy, but he's also like doing a weird little check every time Izzy throws. He's not like doing the Uriah Hall versus
Well, he's
Chris
slightly
Weidman
limp.
check.
He's like making his leg limp, kind of.
Yeah, he's like limp
Roll
limp
with it.
legging it, and Izzy's
Yeah.
trying to get away from it too, but it just doesn't work, man. He
Does
just like
Izzy's style even work when he doesn't have a reach advantage?
that's what, dude, because that's what we
That's
were
what I'm
saying before this
saying.
fight,
He,
right?
he can't stand the distance. Look at him. Pereira won't let him stand the distance. He just keeps edging forward every time Izzy takes a step back in tandem.
Dude, that's what like that
Dude,
was one of the biggest
that
questions, right?
tracking
It's like
method I don't like. It
Izzy's
actually
leg
looks
kick
silly.
game or Izzy's A game is just jab and leg kick you to a decision, right? And we
Yeah.
were both saying we were so excited to see this fight because we're
Oh,
like,
nice.
how is he going to deal with someone who doesn't let his A game go off?
Dude, that was actually a good shot.
A good
He
counter?
placed he placed the straight counter, yeah, as right as he stepped back and Izzy stepped and
The
Pereira stepped
problem
forward.
was though, it just didn't seem like
It
it
was normal.
honestly seemed like the leg kick was harder than the counter shot.
Oh sure. Oh, that was like a groin kick. All right, whatever. Don't mind it.
Yeah, that was a good body kick. Dude, Pereira is investing so much in these leg kicks, And this is why I like really hate the narrative that he just got a lucky punch in round 5.
You can get a luck. No, that's a bullshit narrative. All right, nice. But look,
That so
Izzy has
that
been
punch that he
doing
landed, that
counters.
jab to the right hand and almost like the bladed karate stance, that's the exact same punch that he lands to that almost knocks Pereira
It
out.
knocks him out at the end.
You can see Izzy's like fainting leg kicks now and
Like,
Pereira's checking them, but like Izzy, dude, let's be honest. Izzy
oh,
isn't
wow.
great at capitalizing off of his feints.
I don't know about that. He just confuses you and overwhelms your brain, you know.
I mean, I guess there's a difference between feinting and then like immediately going for a takedown and getting that advantage versus fainting and like just seeing what they're gonna do. Dude, again, half of Pereira's striking defense comes from his height because he
It's very
literally
bad,
just
like he
leans
keeps
his head
hitting the
back.
groin and no one's saying anything about it. Or whatever. Maybe
Oh,
just
what?
me. Doesn't that look like Izzy is hitting the groin on some of those shots? I feel like it's like the
Oh
third
yeah,
groin kick I've seen.
leg kicks 9 to 12. But like, of course, they're not really counting what's checked and what's not checked.
Yeah, not very well. Okay, that head kick got through, I guess, but
Dude,
not.
Pereira's had a couple of head kicks in this fight that were like surprisingly fast.
Yeah, he definitely has like dexterous legs, you know.
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, dude, Pereira's striking defense just comes from him leaning back. Like the first time Izzy threw that overhand right, Pereira was just leaning back from it and like barely landed. And then the second time he like was walking forward and Izzy actually
I just
caught him.
kind of feel like Izzy hasn't like measured out the distance well. Like he needs to punch slightly past where he's punching.
So let me ask you, who do you think's winning this round so far?
I mean, honestly, watching it this time around, I feel like Pereira's ahead.
Yeah, I
The
actually
leg
feel
kick
like Pereira
landed
was
better
winning
for
this round
Pereira
until he got caught.
because almost all of Pereira's leg kicks landed much cleaner. I mean,
And
I
he's
guess
landed some good shots to the head too. Like I don't know if
yeah.
that
I
left hook
mean,
landed
the
or not,
counter from
but
oh
it's
wow,
close.
I don't know if that knee landed. The counter from Izzy from good. Yeah, but Pereira landed a head kick that was
I
fine.
mean,
I
they're
mean,
literally even in terms of striking with 30 seconds left. Look, this is the first time Izzy
honestly,
goes
these are
for a
the rounds I
takedown.
think you should be scoring 10-10. Like, I mean, not what's less. So,
Dude,
but
this is the thing though. Every time Izzy clinch, he's getting like destroyed to the body.
yeah, those body shots were good.
A knee, like, and Izzy's takedowns were just not here this fight. And this is why I was saying Pereira was actually winning this round up until he got caught. And like, I'm not gonna say it was a lucky punch or anything. Izzy set it up. He literally threw this same combination earlier in the round. But like, if we're gonna
I don't
talk
know.
about who was winning until they landed a lucky punch, that's Izzy. Or who was losing until they landed a lucky punch. That was
In
Izzy
this
in this
round, yeah,
round.
this round, yeah. They show a replay of that punch.
Yeah, they do. It is
Let's take a
really
look.
nice. I just don't know. Like,
Like,
look, he almost like
wiping.
double pumps the jab.
Yeah, like pumps it like the kind of a jabby thing, and
And
then
fuck,
throws
I
a
don't
really
know.
nice
I mean, I don't really know how much you want to say that was like
moving
concussive
shoulder.
force versus on the equilibrium versus knocking his equilibrium off.
I just think that's like a distinction without a difference. You wobble your
Well, yeah, I
opponent.
don't know if there is a difference or not, right? But I think there is. Because one, you're actually like causing trauma to the brain. The other one, you're just
Well,
knocking
there's
them
a
off
difference,
balance.
like in terms of yeah, the reality of the
In
damage being
terms of
dealt. This thing,
recovery,
like
there's a
if
huge
I'm,
difference,
oh yeah, sure,
which is why he came out this fresh. Like, I don't think he was
right.
actually rocked in the traditional sense of the.
I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. That explains why Pereira is so much sharper already.
Because, dude, if you watch the replay, he was literally pulling away and it lands right on the ear, which is like where you have your vestibular tubes.
Nice, yeah, nice hook to the body. All right, spinning hook kick that
Dude,
ripped
that
his
spinning
body.
heel kick.
It's fast. It was cool.
I know it's fast. Like,
Dude, actually, Pereira just has the faster eyes. I feel like the leg kicks, like every time Pereira
dude,
catches
Izzy
it,
needs
feels
to
so
get more tennis balls chucked at his head.
good. That was the best response video I think I've ever seen in a build-up to a fight.
I know. Okay, so dude, let's see what Izzy's reaction is when he gets pushed up against the cage here. His first reaction is to reach out and hand fight with Pereira. He also tries to clinch up with him. And he's
I think
trying
he's
to
just
throw
worried
jabs
because
at
he's pushed
Pereira,
to the left
but dude,
that he's
none of his
gonna get.
jabs are landing.
I know. I think he's worried that if he just goes right to escaping out to the side, he's gonna get hit with a like a left hook on the left as he escapes, like he did last time. He escaped to the left.
Yeah.
I think he's like doing a good job of just
No,
like
yeah, of course he's doing a good
mimic.
job. I'm just like that jab got through. It's just like he can't keep Pereira off of him.
But look at this. Like when Izzy doesn't have the reach advantage,
Yeah.
he gets pressured so much more effectively.
Dude, and that
That's
jab from Pereira was like actually brutal.
nice. Dude, Pereira's landed a lot of good shots against
Dude,
the
and
fence. I
these
mean,
clinch
Pereira,
situations are just not good for Izzy.
he's just outsized too, I think, is part of the problem. And he's not
He's
used to it.
outsized and he's getting outworked in the clinch. Like,
Or he has outside position. Izzy should have more grappling experience, like significantly more grappling experience than Pereira.
look, takedown attempt. Like, dude, these takedown attempts were so bad for him. I honestly think they cost him the fight in terms of
In
how
terms
much
of
energy
energy.
he wasted and in terms of how much he was getting hit to the body clinching up.
That was a really weird takedown because his right arm was not didn't have any leverage. He was literally lifting entirely with his left arm, and
Yeah.
like obviously his hips.
Landed another left right combo on Pereira. Dude, Pereira walk. Dude, he just it just like stands so weird. He totally looks like a newborn deer or something.
I'm like vaguely listening to the commentary, and I feel like I don't know. I just once again, I feel like they're just like way overreacting to everything that Izzy is doing,
Of
and
course,
they're
dude.
just not just like talking enough about how
Dude,
Izzy's
my
been
favorite line.
totally.
I listened. Oh my god, dude. Pereira's just like lead hand. Like even his jabs with his left. Dude, but
And
my
he's
favorite
landed some
line of
hooks
this was,
as Izzy tries to base with his head and move his head. Like
yeah,
Pereira
and
will
he's just
land
getting
even
caught.
through head movement.
But my favorite line was in round one when John Anik was like, and Izzy doing his beautiful subtle stance switches. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're creaming over Izzy like moving one foot in front of the other. Like that's literally the first thing humans learn how to do, I guess, after crawling. Dude, it's just like I don't know, man. It just feels like Izzy's so uncomfortable in this fight that he feels like he needs to get it to the clinch to get any like safety. That's just the feeling I get from this. Look,
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think it just comes down to like Izzy can't play his rangy game.
he's just getting hit in the legs. He's getting chopped to the body every time he clinches up with Pereira.
Oh, nice
So,
one.
oh, I know, dude. That head
Izzy's
kick,
got
like
good chin too. Holy shit! Like his head like snapped, like it barely even like moved his head.
I
Like
think
a
he got a
shrug.
hand up in time, or a hand up just in time.
He did.
Yeah. Like Izzy's doing good. He's just getting outworked, man. And
I
Pereira
don't know why
actually,
Pereira did this. I mean, I guess it just looks good to the judges, but it was just so much energy expended for what?
I don't fucking know. But dude, like Pereira, again, if we're gonna be talking about, if we're comparing what we're seeing to the narrative that Izzy's won like 90% of the fight, like I thought Pereira was winning almost all of round one, and I thought he won round two also. Oh fuck, dude. Okay, dude, that head kick was kind of brutal.
TC's roasting Pereira's takedown. That's funny.
Dude, it was kind of like
It was a weird one.
the thing. I totally agree with you in terms of energy expenditure and stuff, but dude, you have to do it to the judges. They eat it up.
You have to for the judges. I mean, whatever. Even besides the judges, like it does give Izzy something else to worry about.
Yeah,
All
that's
these
true.
happening.
Okay,
All
so
right. I
round
mean, dude,
three
watching
comes.
this fight second time, I feel like round two was pretty clearly Alex's, which I did not think. I don't think I had that impression the first time I was watching it live.
No, like I thought Alex was doing really. I guess I thought it was like pretty even, especially considering after Alex got rocked in the first round. I'm like, oh, Alex did surprisingly well, but I thought Alex did win round two watching it live. So this is round three. Alex pressuring him back a little bit. Dude, Izzy just keeps going back to that like straight left and then straight overhand right. But again, dude, like he's even hitting Alex with that punch. It's just not having the same effect. And I really just think that comes down to like, oh fuck, dude, you. I really think that just comes down to like him hitting the right spot. Gets the
Vertical takedown.
takedown. This is a
This was
really good
not great.
takedown by
This was
Izzy.
really not
Oh,
great by Pereira. Just like pretty weird takedown to give up. Like it didn't. It was like a shitty lateral drop, I guess.
yeah, like Alex
Izzy's
kind
done
of.
before too. I don't know why he always does that. It's like the shittiest takedown, and then he just like immediately gives up his back.
I mean, dude, yeah, like good takedown by Izzy in the sense that he capitalized on an opportunity presented to him by Alex, but not good takedown in a vacuum. But dude, okay, this is the thing. You know how Izzy always says like, "Oh, I have a breath coach that teaches me how to breathe underwater," or some
Yeah,
shit like that. And he like prides himself on his cardio. He's like, "I'm never gonna get tired in a fight again." Dude, watch
yeah.
what happens after this round. The output from both guys is like embarrassingly low.
Ooh,
But dude, this is what I'm saying for this next fight. Like, Izzy's going to wrestle more because this was the most success he's had in the fight by far. But I don't think Izzy has the cardio to wrestle. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, like obviously people tend to demonstrate better cardio when the thing that they're more well versed in.
Mm-hmm.
What is?
Dude, the wrestling from both guys is so bad. I'm sorry.
Why did he like? Why did he roll under Izzy? What the fuck, man?
He's going for like a heel hook.
He was going for a heel hook. Like, so shitty.
Oh my god, it's so bad, dude. It's like white
Like
belt shit.
shitty heel kicks to the back. That was a good elbow,
But
at
dude,
least.
this is my point. Like they're both exhausted. They're actually both exhausted from grappling, and you see that in round four. Because like
Yeah,
with 2 minutes left of round four, Izzy's thrown like 13 strikes and Alex landed like four of them. Like the output is so bad for both of them.
yeah. They both look really tired. And Pierre looks a bit more tired to me still, but
I mean, I think he is,
we'll
but dude,
see
like
next round how it plays out.
when you're talking about a viable game plan, I don't even know if wrestling's a viable game plan to win. Look at this. Almost he gets a triangle.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm curious if kind of Izzy has the time, like, and can improve his wrestling enough just in
Dude, look at
next.
this shit. Look at this. It's so bad. Alex is literally just laying on his back.
Are you even allowed to throw a kick like that? I thought
Yeah,
the
as
ground
long
was
as
free.
it's to the body.
Oh, didn't look that close to the body.
the thing is though, like Izzy's ground and pound is so bad that I honestly don't even think any of this wrestling is like an advantage to him. I mean, maybe in cardio he's getting the slight better of the exchange. But dude, just look at how tired both of these guys are.
Yeah, I mean, Alex definitely takes this round to recharge, from what I remember.
But dude, so does Izzy. That's the thing. The thing is, like, I don't know how much of Izzy's lack of output this round is due to him being tired or due to like the body shots that Alex landed in the first two rounds. And not to mention the leg kicks. Like I think his
Right now
legs are
it's
also
round
hurt.
1 and 3, Izzy. Round 2, Pereira. 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe like I feel like Izzy usually fights to the level of his opponent, right? Like against Jared Cannonier, he felt like all he had to do was like a little bit more than Cannonier and win a decision. I mean, same with Romero. And then you can look at fights like the Calvin Gastelum fight, where he was like pushed a lot, and he had to fight to that level. I just don't think that that game plan of fighting to the level of your opponent is going to work against a guy as dangerous as Pereira, who's not only fighting to win rounds, but also to actually break your body down to set up the finish.
I mean, Izzy's output is randomly really high right now.
I mean, that little flurry right there. I just think that if you take your opponent down and he's seemingly this tired, you should press forward more. Unless you're just like, I'm gonna win this round. But this
No,
would
but
be
like
the
he's
opportunity.
pressing forward pretty hard. Like, yeah, I think he's doing enough. Chasing a finish is only gonna backfire.
No, don't chase a
He's winning.
finish, but
He's
try to
finishing
like
well.
hurt him to actually, or try to take him down again, maybe to actually
I
set
don't think
to
I don't think Izzy has the gas tank for another takedown. That's the problem.
like just try to make try to make the future rounds easier for yourself. That's all I would say. And it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
look
see what
like
you're saying. I don't think Izzy has the gas tank for another takedown. Is the problem?
look,
I
it's
think he's
only 13. Like he's thrown 30 strikes this fight or this round, only landed 13 of them. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the output is low, especially considering how tired Alex seemingly
let's
is.
see, doing a little bit more. He attempts a takedown there.
Dude. I hope for his sake that was just a feint. Like if that was an actual attempt at a
That was
takedown.
definitely it. That was an attempt. Perry just got his leg out of the way
But
barely.
dude, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, is he so tired that he just accepts clinch against the seemingly more tired guy? And look at what's happening in the clinch. Pereira's actually landing his best strikes in the clinch here. Landed a really solid knee to the body earlier in this. Another knee to the body right there. Just like hammering at the ribs a little bit. Is like I wouldn't be commenting on all of this shit that Pereira's doing if Izzy was doing anything similar to it. But he's not. He's just like holding on. He's just chasing the body lock.
Yeah, the clinches have not been good for Izzy. I don't think a single clinch has gone Izzy's way.
Anyway, dude, also look at the last minute of this round. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Tell me if you
nice.
think Pereira actually does enough in this last minute to win the round.
Let's see. I don't think he has to do a lot. Like I don't think any that flurry Izzy did was not that good ultimately.
Like, Izzy landed 13 strikes in the entire, like,
It's
first.
actually funny because Izzy's always talking about how like precise he is, but he spent like
Dude,
10
look at that
strikes in that
fucking knee.
flurry not
Jesus
landing
Christ.
anything.
All Izzy can do is hold on to the body lock, which he doesn't even have double unders, and he's just eating shots to his legs, to his bodies.
Yeah, it
Goes for
tears knees
another
are.
shitty takedown. Dude, this is when I started saying,
Why isn't Izzy at least locking his hands before he tries to do a takedown? He's like taking them down, but his hands are like this, like on Bear's back.
dude, at this point I was saying, like, this is actually Izzy's, like, one of Izzy's worst performances.
I just think it's more just that his opponent's been way better. It's kind of unfair to say like this is such a bad performance.
No, I know. Like, yeah, he's just looked bad. Like, dude, look at this. Like, the last second, seemingly almost got knocked out.
No, it was actually good. A good shot line at the end
Like,
there.
that's just a horrible visual, if nothing else. Like,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know,
That
dude.
first
Like,
one
round
was really
four was
close.
extremely
I could see
close.
it giving. I could easily see it being given to Pereira. You know what I'm realizing? The commentary fucks with your view of the fight so much
Yeah, I
because I
have it
was
on mute
watching
right
live
now.
with commentary, like I was listening to the commentary. I was like, oh yeah, easy round. But like, no, that definitely was not an easy round for Izzy.
I mean, dude, look at this. Look at this. Round five starts. All Izzy can do is clinch with Pereira. He doesn't feel
I mean,
comfortable in.
Izzy's way more gassed than Pereira right now. I
He's
mean,
gassed, but
look at
he's
it.
also hurt. That's the thing. He's every time he clinches up, he's getting knee to the body and like chop to the body with like hammer fist.
He locks his hands like why would you do that in that position? I don't know what like locking your hand around.
Like,
You
dude,
got
another knee to the
standing
body.
cross.
He's kneeing his legs and his thighs.
Nice. Like really easily. Also, he leaves a lot of room to dig underhooks. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't
I
kick
don't
his
know
elbows.
why he's leaving so much room, and it's
I
like
know.
perfect
He
for
doesn't like
kneeing
keep his
him in the
elbows in
body
tight.
too, right?
Yeah.
Throws a leg kicks. His legs have been getting hit the entire fight, so he just like misplaced it when he stepped back down. But then, yeah, like look at this. All he can do is clinch. His
This
footwork's
just feels
gone.
more of like frantic. Oh, and that was a nice elbow attempt. Kind of landed. This feels more frantically defending than anything else to me.
No, yeah, he is frantic. His footwork is gone. His output's not as high. He definitely doesn't have the same confidence with his hands. He just like doesn't have any power to actually get Pereira off of him.
Oh, nice.
Fuck, dude. Just the straight shots from Pereira too. Like Pereira's left jab. He rocks Izzy with that left hook there and then pretty much over. I mean, you could say this was a little bit too
It was definitely
early.
early. Like I want to rewatch that. They still show a replay.
You can say it was a little too early, but like, man,
It was a little too
it
early,
was
man.
like 15, 20 unanswered
Sure, he was
strikes.
dazed, but like whatever. It wasn't terrible either. Like there were 3 minutes left in the round. Is he just going to take more damage? But like,
No, it was not terrible. Yeah, and honestly, I'm glad that Izzy didn't get knocked out cold because otherwise, like, we wouldn't be getting this rematch now. It'd be like another 6 months from
I
now.
know, I know. I mean, that's the benefit of stopping the fight when he did. It wasn't great, but it was fine. And Izzy did really look like badly hurt because he wasn't like he was moving his head, but he was doing it like so like swaying and like with his
Dude,
head
the
down. You know,
fifth
I
round,
don't.
one of, like, goddamn. You've just, like, I know it's unfair to say this is his worst performance, but in all of his other fights, he's had like plan B's and C's and places he can go to where he has success. He he just had nothing from like the third round or the end of the third round and onwards. He had nothing that he could do. All he could do is try to like clinch up and then to get hit in the body. This is
Beautiful
the
shot.
finish. Boom. Like, dude, got hit with the left hook while he was trying to clinch with Pereira.
Heron knew what he was going to try to do. Yeah, he wasn't out for sure. He immediately was like, "What?" I was just swinging my head.
I know, but
What?
dude, you're
I'm just acting knocked out. It's like the Ion Kutalaba thing. But I was just acting like I was
dude,
knocked
but
out.
his excuse after the fact was like, I had my eyes down and I was trying to block his punches by looking at his feet. Like that's literally what he was saying. He's like, I could
But
see
he
his
actually
feet.
wasn't. He actually wasn't knocked out. He's right about that.
No, I'm not saying he was knocked out, but he's like, I'm looking at his feet and I'm moving my head. Yeah, dude, you're moving your head into his punches. Like, whatever, it's fine. His coaches like aren't complaining about it anyway. So, dude, we just rewatched this fight.
Yep.
I want you to tell me what adjustments do you think both fighters can make? And then based off of those adjustments, who do you think is going to win? And like how realistic are these adjustments?
I don't think so. I'll say what's not realistic. I don't think becoming a wrestler in one training camp is realistic. I don't
Yes.
think like you can
What
come out.
what I'll add on to that though is like I think Izzy was trying to become a wrestler before, like for the first fight, for the first time they fought.
A little bit. I mean, I think he prepared takedowns just to have that option, but
Dude, he
I like
went to it a lot.
what I've seen people saying is like, oh yeah, he's really gonna come out and like try to take. Like, no, his plan A is still not, beating Pereira via striking. Sure, he might mix in takedowns to give Pereira something new to worry about, as every good MMA fighter should. But I don't think his plan is to like take him down and ground and pound. Like that's his plan A. Like I don't think that's his
I
plan
mean,
A.
okay, so just talking about Izzy's wrestling a little bit more in depth, I don't think that I just don't see how his wrestling actually gets better. Like, unless he just drills like blast doubles from across the octagon and like setting them up and shit like that, I don't think his ground and pound's gonna get better. I don't think his control's gonna get better. I don't think he's gonna get like better submissions or anything like that. I think that's kind of the extent of what we're gonna see from him on the ground. I can see his takedowns getting better, especially after like how they learned how Alex defends takedowns from the clinch. Do you think I guess what I'm going to say is like do you think Alex's takedown defense can improve the same level that Izzy's takedown offense can improve? So essentially it's a wash.
Yeah, definitely. I think defending takedowns and just defending grappling in general is way easier than being offensive in the grappling. Because one thing about MMA we have to realize is that if you don't want to grapple with someone in MMA, all you have to do is seek a way out.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're trying to offensively grapple, you have to not only, successfully do your offense, you have to do that against a guy who isn't trying to play the game with you. He's trying to just escape.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know.
like training, it's not like a wrestling match where both people's job is to grapple each other or a jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, man.
So I
So
just,
that
in general, like, yeah, sure, takedown offense versus takedown defense might be a little bit more even in that regard, but like actually executing grappling is not gonna be as easy. And yeah, I guess that's what I'll say. But I
so
will also say that Becerra's grappling defense in this fight was really bad. Like he's definitely starting from a deficit.
I mean, dude, his takedown defense from the clinch was like literally good enough, except for that
Sure, I
one time.
guess I guess it's more just like get ups.
Yeah, his get up game needs a lot of improvement, especially against Izzy, who's like, sure, he's long, but let's be honest, dude, his control in that fight wasn't great. Like, Alex literally had a moment where he's on his back, like kicking from his back, throwing up kicks at Izzy. Like, if you get into that position, you should be able to figure out how to stand up from there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, probably.
okay, so that, okay, so I really feel like Izzy's gonna try to wrestle more in this rematch, but I kind of agree with you that I don't see it being any more effective than it was in their first time out. And
Yeah, like I don't know if he's not gonna fucking pull like become Khabib, and like I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Like even just being able to land ground and pound requires such a higher level of top control than Izzy has
yeah, I know.
that it's unrealistic. It is super unrealistic.
So
He
that
might to get like he might be able to. I guess I'll say this: he might be able to get good cardio exchanges, energy exchanges from like attacking a smooth takedown and Behra having to get up or defend it.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know how good Izzy's wrestling cardio really is. Like, and I think that was evidenced by round 4 of this fight. So wrestling aside, like all we can hope for is that if they do go for wrestling exchanges, it's higher level than it was in the first fight. Because those takedown attempts from Izzy in the clinch were honestly embarrassing. They looked like a little like first grader going up against like a middle schooler, trying to take him down. Okay,
Yeah,
but dude, striking adjustments. What striking adjustments can Izzy do?
it's hard. It's not my forte, obviously. Like I only trained like a little bit of grappling.
You're more of an ideas guy.
Yeah, no, I don't know how much striking. I just feel like Izzy couldn't do any of the tools he normally does. Like, what do you even do at that point? If your whole game relies on just like standing at range and just punishing forward movement where only you can reach the other person, and then suddenly you fight a guy who's bigger than you, and he won't give you any space. He's pressuring you constantly, and you literally can't make room to just stand at range and do your general game like body kicks, leg kicks, head kicks, and fuck, man. Like, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the easy answer is start checking leg kicks more.
Well, sure. Like that's like not. That's just like okay. Start defending better.
I know, but that's the thing. I'm like, why wasn't he doing that in the first fight? Like, it's such an obvious answer that
Like
it
it's not
almost
like
like
the first time he's been leg kicked by Pereira. Even in his kickboxing fights, Pereira threw leg kicks. It's not like a new tool he added.
I just don't
It's
know
just that
why.
he's
Like,
getting like hit to the body. He's getting jabbed and he's getting leg kicked all at the same time. And like, is he couldn't keep
like,
up with everything all at
do
once?
you think it's just that Pereira was overloading him and he wasn't able to like deal with each
Yeah.
separate thing?
I actually do. Yeah. Like I just think there was too much stuff coming at Izzy, and he was just so busy trying to move back. Like every time he would take a step back and plant his feet, even for a millisecond, he would get kicked immediately. Like how do you move back and then also check leg kicks just like consistently and create space for yourself? It's really hard.
Okay, so like, if you're Izzy's coaches and you can craft like a game plan that he's gonna follow to a T, what would it be?
I think. Dude, I don't fuck, man.
Because
Give
dude,
up.
the only thing I can think of for me personally, like what I would want him to do is move more. I don't like it when A, he clinches with Pereira, and I don't like it when B, he allows himself to get backed up to the cage and he plays that little chicken game. And then he tries to escape.
Yeah, he was not doing well against the cage.
I
He
don't
needs
want him to like plant his feet and go for punches, especially looking back. And the only one of those punches where like the jab to the right hand that had an effect was like, honestly, I'm going to call it a lucky punch that knocked Pereira's equilibrium off. And I'm calling it that because he landed that same punch like 5 or 6 times throughout the fight and it only had that effect once.
he landed it 5 or 6 times. Really landed 5 or 6 times? I don't know.
No,
I
yeah,
mean, I
he
guess
did.
he set it up. He set it up with
No,
his left hand.
I'm not saying that landing it was lucky, but knocking off his equilibrium was lucky. It literally landed in like the sweetest spot. It's like
Sure, but like that
Cheeto
is the
Vera's
target. When you try to go over the shoulder, you aim for the ear. So like it just kind of seems like he hit his target
I
to me.
mean,
I don't know.
still though, like if he landed that same punch like 5 or 6 times, it's not something I would game plan for and rely on like getting a finish with.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Um, I don't think it's smart for him to like do what you said, where he's backing himself up and sitting down on his punches to try to like trade with him and then
Right.
escape. Because like you commented during this fight, like it seems like he doesn't want to escape immediately.
It didn't is maybe like what I think is more realistic. I think improving your own clench game is much more realistic, especially with this Muay Thai background. Like being able to ensure you can clinch and switch and like take center position is gonna not only keep him off the cage, it's gonna like give him a tool where he's no longer being pressured at range because he's losing the range battle, and you know it gives him another avenue. It gives him an option to go for takedowns too at some points.
I would I would
It's the
agree with
start of a
you.
lot of roads.
I would agree with you up to the point where like sure, engage in the clinch, switch positions, press Alex against the cage, maybe
Yeah,
go for some ground and pound, but break off immediately. Don't hang out in the clinch there. Literally in Alex's first fight, like Andreas Michailidis like was grappling with him, right? Alex is up pressed
yeah,
against the cage, like gives him a black eye just from like cage taps. Like just from an
Oh,
arm
yeah, no,
punch.
of course. Like Pereira's clinch game is devastating too. I just feel like where is Izzy's offense coming from then? Has to come from somewhere. It's like, okay, he's losing the range battle. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay, we'll break off of the clinch almost immediately. Like once you reverse position, throw like those elbows or break off. And
And
dude,
he did land the clinch break elbow once. Remember
the
very
thing is
well.
this: Izzy went for that break clinch elbow multiple times, and almost all of Izzy's shots that he was throwing up top at Alex's head, Alex was just leaning his head back. So even if they were
I know, I
landing,
know,
they
I
weren't
know.
having a big effect. Target the fucking body. Let's pull up these striking numbers actually. Anyway, dude, while we're pulling this up, Pereira, what adjustments do you want to see from him other than like better wrestling?
Other than better wrestling,
Yeah.
I mean, I think round one, I think he realized like later into the fight that the outside clinch position, or it's like pressing Adesanya against the cage, was really good for him. So I think he should be trying to go to that well earlier.
It was pretty brutal. Here. So
Yeah, I know. I
Israel,
know.
well, I guess like they're pretty similar in
They're pretty
percentages.
close in terms of significant strikes, but the thing is, it's just kind of difficult. Like leg kicks, 24 of 30 is not
Where you
that accurate for Izzy. Like it's just
wait,
not that accurate.
shit.
He's landing, he's like hitting Beharra's legs, but Beharra like they're landing like 50% power at most because Beharra's just like lifting his leg and making it weightless.
Yeah, I know. Wait, where are you seeing 24 of 30 for leg kicks?
Significant
Oh, yeah,
strikes,
yeah, I see it.
30.
22 of
So
35? I mean, yeah, just look at like the effect that their
like
strikes
this
had on each
number,
other.
this column especially is not the
Which
most
one?
accurate. The leg column,
Oh, yeah.
like 20, because Alex's 22 leg kicks were like had dealt much more damage than Izzy's 24,
I
and you
just
could see
don't,
that play on the fight too.
man, I just don't think that 24% of strikes to the body is enough to like beat Alex.
21 of 29 it says for me.
Yeah, but in terms of
Oh, yeah.
percentage, if you scroll down a little bit, it's 24%.
How's that possible? How does this work? How is it possible to land 21 of 29
Oh,
body?
because it's 24% of all of the strikes, right? So it's its targeting
Oh,
zones.
okay. Well, sure. I mean, then it's fine, right? Um, hmm.
15%.
Yeah, look at these clinch strikes, by the way.
I
14
know.
of 17 clinch strikes for Pereira versus only 3 clinch strikes for Izzy. Those
Yeah.
knees to the body are
Dude,
so beautiful.
if you scroll down, 89% of Izzy's strikes were on the distance compared to 83. The biggest difference was the clinch, 15% to 3%. And that's what you
Yeah.
just said.
I mean, I think this is what Alex needs to use more, and this is where Izzy needs to improve more.
Like, dude, Alex literally like outstruck Izzy over. Let's actually look at this round by
He
round.
did. He landed more significant strikes over 5 rounds. Pretty close overall, but
They
once
literally
again,
tied in round one.
Izzy's stats are helped a lot by like the leg count strikes,
Right.
the leg strikes count.
I guess actually Izzy's output in round four wasn't that low. It just seemed so
It definitely
bad.
wasn't low. No, Izzy's output, especially for a while in round four, like the middle 2 minutes, was really good.
I mean, he landed the same number of strikes as he did in round two.
I know he missed a lot of strikes in round four. He missed a lot of strikes in round four, which was really bad for him.
Yeah. Total strikes 140 to 119. So that's kind of
Hmm.
interesting. Landed almost like 20 more strikes. I don't know. I don't really know what to. I mean,
It's
again, I
hard.
think
It's
this
a
just
hard
proves.
round. Like I don't think you're gonna see any crazy adjustments from either fighter. Both you can't like switch your game that much after one training camp.
I
Like they
mean, dude,
have an immense kickboxing background that they're going to rely on, both of them.
I'm
It's
inclined to
just
agree with
the
you.
range.
I think Izzy's gonna come in with generally the same game plan with just like a few tweaks here and there of like maybe break out of the clinches faster, maybe go for takedowns that they think is gonna be higher percentage. than what he had. But in general, I agree, man. I don't think that they're gonna change that much. Like adjustments for Alex, what would you say? Just like do what you just
I
improve
mean,
your
like it's
grappling and
just
do
like
what you
he was
did.
literally, yeah. The obvious adjustments for being grappling. Like, why should I? What should I like say for striking adjustments when he was thoroughly winning the striking? Like, he was pretty thoroughly winning that striking match.
I know, like
I don't
I
know why
literally can't.
Alex needs to adjust so much.
It's
I mean,
like
make sure your clinch game is on point. Make sure Izzy can't catch up to you there.
maybe
Make
just
sure your
move your
pressure
head
against the
more.
fence is really good.
Like maybe move your head a little bit more, but he was moving his
Like
head a
that's
lot.
like you can't just tell fighters to like change their entire style, you know? Like okay, it's fine. Like he was doing fine. He was winning the striking. I'm not gonna say adjust your striking too much.
Dude,
Improve
our
your
advice is
grappling.
so bad.
He's gonna throw more take. He's gonna attempt more takedowns. Make sure you can get up without expending too much energy in the most efficient way possible, multiple times. Make sure your cardio is there for it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
don't cut 50% of your body weight and
dude,
die.
he's going, dude, it's too late. Dude, my advice at least is just like do better defense. That's literally just what my advice is, which I don't know. I guess it's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
But okay, so I mean that brings me to the end of this segment basically. Who do you
even
have
his
in
head
this
movement was
rematch?
really good. Even his head movement was really good.
No, I know, like his head movement was good. That's the thing. Like he was slipping so many of Izzy's jabs, and even the shots that were landing, he was pulling his head back at least. He wasn't just walking blindly into Izzy's shots. You're right. Like his reaction time was on point. Man. So anyway, and also if we look, let me just look up the scorecards of this really quick. Um, Israel. Ver- um, the scorecards were. By the way, does Izzy have any like teammates fighting on this card?
Um, let's look. I actually haven't seen the card really that much. UFC fight card.
By the way, the scorecards were unanimous, and all of them had rounds 1, 3, and 4 to Izzy, which is fair.
That's fine. I mean, Izzy round four was really close. Looks like by significant strikes, Izzy did outland him, which is Izzy was throwing way more output too, which is what really
No,
made the difference
yeah.
in the score.
I'm not saying it's a robbery by any means.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I think that's correct. All
Okay,
right, early prelims, nothing good. Gonna skip the Cynthia Calvillo fight to go take a piss
yeah.
or
What
something.
is the early
All right,
prelims? Ignacio Bahamondes is good.
is he?
I don't know. He got a good kick.
I mean, yeah, there are lots of randomly good. Where does he normally fight at? 155. All right,
Oh, I don't
whatever.
know. I
Carl
was gonna
Williams,
say Apex.
I'm gonna skip that fight. Hey, Joe Piper is fighting. I
I know.
don't
Be
know
like Joe
why.
Piper.
I don't know why I have to care about Joe Piper, but apparently I have to care about Joe Piper.
Oh, Chase Sherman is fighting Carl Williams. Damn, this card got way worse. Wait, Michael Chiesa versus the Leech is canceled?
Yeah, I got canceled. One of them is out. I'm pretty sure, like, Kies. Oh yeah, no, the Leech had to pull out. Yeah, the Leech had to pull out.
Fuck, dude. That was one of the better fights on this card.
Yeah, it was. It was. I
And
mean,
apparently Chris Curtis is out, I heard.
he is. I didn't hear
Yeah.
that part.
Maybe he's
That
not.
sucks. If this card loses Chris Curtis as well, I'm skipping right to the main card. Not gonna bother.
Honestly. Plus Chris Barnett was like one of the more entertaining fighters.
Yeah. Oh shit, that guy can't. Oh, Carl Williams replaced him. Rip.
I know. Actually,
Damn,
like
rip.
it's got way worse.
This card. Michael Chiesa, it's a big loss. That sucks versus the Leech.
Yeah. I thought that was an easy win for Chiesa.
All right, but Chris versus Calvin Gastelum was a nice little meathead battle. I'd love to see it in classic middleweight. Um,
Pfeiffer versus
God
Mearshart.
damn, this main card is actually fine. They're four good fights. Can't complain.
I'm
for
so
like
sick of
really
Kevin
tall
Holland
fight.
fighting old guys.
I know it's weird. What happened to Kevin? Oh yeah, he got fucked up by Kamzat.
Yeah, I guess the one like younger guy he fought fucked him up.
Oh no, he fought Stephen Thompson and got brutalized, dude.
Oh
Stephen
yeah,
Thompson, man, dude, that guy. It's crazy when he loses. It's like the guy does literally nothing, and when he wins, he looks like he should be like give him a title shot right now. Like he looks like a world beater. It looks so impossible to
dude.
deal
Why
with.
do you think he after that fight he's like, oh yeah, please only give me strikers.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
want to fight grapplers anymore.
the stupidest thing is Ariel Helwani's like, well, yes, I mean, of course, you put in your time. Now it's time for you to just
Yeah,
fight who
dude.
you
If
want
he
to
wants to
fight.
do that, go to kickboxing. Honestly,
Yeah,
do
go
like all of
kickboxing.
the other
Or
old guys in MMA.
or just be like an entertaining fighter who's not in the rankings. You don't get to climb the rankings fighting
Yeah,
like
like sit on a
matchups
spot.
tailored to you. Anyway,
Fight
that was like
Shavkat.
one of the worst takes by Ariel.
Dude, give Thompson Shavkat. He's kind of a striker.
Dude,
Dude,
Shafkat would
honestly, that'd be a good fight.
brutalize Stephen Thompson. Like, oh god, that's
Dude, I can't get over that Stephen Thompson like fell down by himself and then Kevin Holland's just like get up. I, it's so dumb. Anyway, dude,
dude.
let's wrap this segment up. Who do you have?
Oh, we're still on the Alex Pereira segment. Fuck,
Dude,
we
we
should
never
end it.
finished it.
Okay, well, yeah, anyway, he has no teammates, which
Yeah, he
probably
doesn't.
makes him worse. Probably better. I don't know. Anyway, are you wearing a Northwestern T-shirt? What?
No, I'm wearing a Christian t-shirt.
Oh, well, fucking take it off. Anyway, no, dude, I got Alex. I got Alex. So after rewatching the fight, I definitely got Alex. He'd be crazy to not have Alex.
Yeah, I have Alex too, but I'm curious. How do you have him? How do you have him winning?
I've got him by decision, man.
See, I was thinking like a good bet for this fight would be either Alex, who's plus money right now, or Adesanya by decision, because I don't think he can finish Alex. Um, but I think like if
I
he
just don't think Alex dude, the knockout isn't reliable, dude. I think he's likely just like most of the time, especially when you're the champion and you have less to risk and you've already have a win over Izzy. I think he's just gonna like try to win, clean
no,
win.
but that's what I'm saying. Like Alex straight, and then hedge with Izzy by decision.
Oh,
Because I can see Alex winning by decision or knocking out Izzy.
but you don't see Izzy knocking out Alex.
No, I don't. But I can see Izzy like banking 1 or 2 rounds with like wrestling or like I don't know.
I mean, he did almost knock out Alex.
Mm,
No one.
I don't know.
I mean, I know what you mean, but yeah, I'm saying.
He just didn't demonstrate an ability to like consistently hurt him. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
But he has the power. It's a striking match. It's just always risky.
yeah, it's risky. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna pick Alex. Honestly, like fourth round finish. I
If
feel
you're
like he
finished,
would have finished Izzy earlier if he didn't get taken down with a
that's
mistake
fair.
that he made. Um,
What if Alex like dramatically improves his grappling, training with
Alex
whoever?
by second round heel hook.
God,
Dude,
rolling under Izzy for a heel hook was so bad.
if Izzy takes him down, Alex reverses position, chokes him out. Imagine the memes. It's like Izzy becomes a grappler, Alex gets his black belt, finishes him. Dude, the memes are already good enough. Anyway, man, so Alex, let's say Alex wins here. Does he move up to light heavyweight or does he fight
I,
Whitaker or
I
Hamza?
think I don't. I just feel like that weight cut's gotta be a really convincing reason to move up, and I feel like he dominates everyone at lightweight, heavyweight.
Yeah. I
Nah,
mean,
maybe not at
especially the
light.
champion, let's be honest. Jamal Hill.
Dude, she would fuck up Jamal. I think he only had a problem against like Ankalaev, I think.
Yeah, honestly, like I agree. Maybe Rakic if Rakic gets better, but
Just seems like a good move. Like I think if he beats Izzy, he can beat like Whitaker is a threatening matchup, maybe, but aside from that, everyone he can beat at middleweight. It's just the weight cut.
Maybe
Versus
Hamza.
light heavyweight, I feel like he has a similarly good matchup profile against the division, but he's not like killing himself.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, all right, man. Well, do you want to talk about any other fights or call it?
Let's call it for today. I'm down
Yeah,
to do this again
I
tomorrow.
know that kind of dragged on.
Yeah, I did.
Well, dude, I'm glad we're on the same page though, because I felt like I was going
You're right. You're
crazy
right. You're
listening
right.
to
You're right. You're
people.
right. After rewatching the fight, I was like, yeah, no, this is not looking good for Izzy.
Yeah, just like his desperation, like when going for the clinch was.
Yeah, his desperation was bad, and it's like hand fighting. His hand fighting just felt like, stay away, stay away. You know.
Yeah, it felt super non-effective. Anyway, all right. Well, that's a clip, and